on. Whether you want to think that Elon's ahead of it or you want to think the Pope is ahead of it, Doge is a part of the government now. It's a part of the spending of our government. The president of the United States is the last one to be the one in charge to say what is being deleted, what is being spent, and Congress is the head of the purse. So they're the only ones that can make appropriations.
Yeah, but the thing is,
hold on one second, please.
I have the case number and the document number if you guys would like to see exactly what he's in charge of. He is not, Elon Musk is not in charge of Doge. He is merely a, how do you say that? Someone that's going to oversee. No. I have the information. I have all of it. It is a document. It's actually, Oil, please.
I ain't said nothing yet, Stacey.
You're wanting to constantly overspeak people. Just chill.
Are you serious? What you be doing? You don't be listening to stuff, Janae?
Just chill, Oil, please. And I'm going to tell you, I have it. So if you guys want to see it, it'll explain to you. I hope I can pull it because something's been wrong with mine. And it'll explain to you exactly what he's doing. Okay. And we went over this in a we're talking lengthy period with about Doge. Now you can take a snapshot of that and right down there at the bottom, right there, the paragraphs at the bottom, it'll explain exactly what Elon's in charge of, which is nothing. He is overseeing what's going on in Doge. He refers back to the president and gives his recommendations. Now, from there, he was hired from who? President Trump, but he's making no money. So I don't know what you guys are so up in arms about.
It's not
He's not making any of the decisions.
We're trying to explain it, but you're not trying to hear it.
About money. So if you actually bring up that document, if you bring up that court filing, actually, you can look at the paragraph, and I have a copy of it too, and I'll be happy to bring it up. They give him a designation in that court filing, which is a special employee, and with that, no, it says it in your document you just showed, man.
Listen.
Yes, it is.
Read it out. I'll read it out loud.
Oh, no. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up myself. I got a copy.
No. You don't need to do that.
But that document you're showing,
One second. Janae,
No, you guys aren't going to talk over me.
Janae, stop filibustering.
You guys wanted to know exactly what.
You are filibustering, Janae.
No, I'm not. You guys wanted to know what. All I'm showing you is what document we've been going over. That paragraph basically says exactly what he is. He's not making any money, Rowdy. You're not going to flex by saying he's not an employee. He was hired. He's overseeing what's going on with Doge. Why can't you guys understand?
Do you want to respond?
If Rowdy bring up some,
don't you want to respond?
That he's an employee. They don't actually contradict what you just said.
It did not.
If Rowdy brings up some. I didn't say, hold on, let me say what I'm saying. They keep talking and not listening.
I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to do that today. I'm not. There's too many people on this panel, Stacey, that are opposition, that are sitting there and they're coming from 50 different angles.
Come on, Janae, you got to let other people talk.
No.
Hold on. Hold on.
You can't overtalk everybody, Janae.
I don't know what part you're overseeing.
Hold on. One at a time. There is definitely.
Thank you.
There's definitely a lot of opposition that doesn't agree. So you have to talk one at a time. If you look up who's actually looking over Doge, is a woman called Amy.
Amy.
Listen.
He's giving. I explained to them what he is he's finding out, and he's referring back to
talking.
The president. I'm the co-host. Oil, go do your own life if you don't like this.
Janae, you gotta get somebody else a chance to talk, baby.
I have not been talking a lot, Oil.
Yes, you
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Oil Spill.
So only point I was making is if Rowdy, because you said that he was not an employee, if Rowdy is able to present information using your same said document that states that he's an employee, that would make you incorrect. Would you not agree? That's what I was trying to say. And
He is not making, I don't know how many times you guys have to hear this. He is not making any money.
We're not
He
talking
would not
about.
be
Irrelevant.
It's
considered
not
an
about money.
employee.
It's about
Now, whether you
authority.
see it as an employee or not, he's making zero money.
You said he wasn't.
He's not making any money. I said that right off the bat.
You said he was not an employee also, Janae.
It's about his authority.
He's not but see, if I say he's an employee, then you guys would say then he's making money. He's not making any money. He is overseeing
Honestly, Janae, no one has made
How
this
hard is
accusation.
that?
Miss Stacy,
Rowdy, can you bring that information up, please?
Miss Stacy, whenever you have a chance, can I get the big box, please?
Read it.
Okay, this is the actual court filing that
read the bottom.
I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it. So this is actually this is the declaration that actually Miss Janae brought it up. So we are looking at the same things from Fisher. Number 3, Mr. Musk is an employee of the White House office. He holds that position as a non-career special government employee, SGE.
Told you.
No, keep going. Keep reading.
You were wrong.
No,
Keep
he's an
reading.
employee. Mr. Musk is an employee
What's the next
of
sentence?
the White House office.
So what?
What's the next sentence?
So keep reading, Rowdy. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Musk,
sure.
Keep reading.
This doesn't
Keep
change.
reading.
This doesn't change
reading.
it. In that job, he is a senior advisor to the president. I would love to keep
going. No, keep reading.
I would love that. Well, if you're gonna keep going, well, I'm actually reading. This is the debate tactic you going with today.
Keep reading.
Yeah, I am. I was in the middle of it.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Read the whole
great.
thing.
So it doesn't change any of this. So in that job, Mr. Musk is a senior advisor to the president. It is not uncommon for that president to have senior advisors who are SGEs, which stands for Special Government Employee. For instance, for instance, Anita Don was an influential senior advisor to President Biden while serving as an what? SGE.
Keep going.
Special Government Employee. Thank you.
Keep going.
Yeah, sure. So
Janae, he proved you wrong.
Here's the thing.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, so still
He literally did.
number 3.
Listen to me.
So let's keep going. So Janae wants to keep going. I would love to. In his roles as senior advisor to the president, Mr. Musk has no greater authority than any other White House advisor. Like other senior White House advisors, Mr. Musk has no, let's scroll down 1 second, actual formal authority to make government decisions himself.
There we go.
So again, okay, yeah, exactly. Mr. Musk can only advise the president and communicate.
You said he was an employee. He wasn't an employee.
So
He proved that wrong.
second on. So see, she wants to play the semantics game, which I love.
No.
I love to play it every single day. So we're going to bring up the definition of a
Conversation is
special
going
government employee in a second. So we're also going to bring up Donald Trump. We're going to bring up Donald.
What is happening right
Hold on,
now?
Stacy. Hold on, Stacy.
I'm not sure.
Stacy, hold on.
I'm not sure why Janae came
I'm
out.
starting to get bored already.
Rowdy.
Please mute all these
Janae, you
people.
over talking the whole time.
Please mute all these people. Stacy, listen. If I were to say he was an employee, okay? Hold on, Stacy. Let me.
Hold on, Janae. I'm bringing to you right now. Go ahead.
Okay, listen to me. Obviously, you guys want to hear what you want to hear. I said he is an employee to, you guys didn't hear that part though, did you? To Donald Trump. Then I said he is not getting paid for being an employee. Because he's not. Now, if I would have just said he was an employee, you guys would have been like, well, then he's getting paid. He's getting paid. But what's funny is, Rowdy, you didn't want to read that last part, did you? Because all he's doing is overseeing what's going on at Doge. Then he has to go back and talk to and give his recommendations and referrals to who? The President of the United States of America. You thought you had a flex, my love, but you didn't. Don't try me. We've been going over this for the past month. Try to make me look like I'm in the wrong. You guys are playing semantics with the whole employee thing instead of knowing that he is not getting money.
So great. So no one actually said anything about him not being an employee. You did. You actually made your claims that he is not an employee. He's not getting paid. No one actually brought up the fact that he was or not getting money. You said that. You said that. So actually, you said he is not an employee, which started me actually saying I have a rebuttal and actually can bring up the filing and actually show you where they give him a designation of a government employee, irrespective of whether or not he gets a check or not. And also we can actually bring up the tape of Donald Trump at the special joint session saying that Elon Musk is running Doge. And that's why that's such a problem, because in the court filing, they said he's not running Doge, which is at the last paragraph of what I can actually bring up and read. So don't do that. That's lazy, Janae. That's real lazy. Everybody heard you. Stop it.
All right. I'm really disturbed actually by the tenor of this conversation, because it feels like no one's actually paying attention to what's going on. Who cares, right? Elon Musk is where he's at. Obviously, Donald Trump trusts him. Obviously, he's running a program that is going into government agencies and firing people, canceling contracts, right? Breaking into offices. People are losing their jobs. People are resigning in protest. Like, open your eyes a little bit and just like pay attention to what's going on. And right now in the courts, he is losing. Court judges, you know, where lawyers are actually trying to argue the legality of things. Judges are like, what the heck? You can't do this. This is illegal. And so that's my point, is that whatever the status, the employee, special employee, all that stuff, the problem is that the government, the executive branch, is doing too much right now.
All right. Just adding on to that, I feel like Doge is kind of distracting of what's truly draining our tax dollars and the true nonsense that our money's going into. You know, instead of putting our tax dollars into infrastructure, into taking care of our veterans, I mean, like, there's thousands of homeless veterans on the streets right now. We could be putting them into rehabilitation programs. We could be getting them housing. We could be getting them therapy. But with this money, that our tax dollars, we're sending money to go bomb brown kids in the Middle East. We're sending our money to go fund a proxy war in Ukraine. We're sending money to go just belittle and terrorize countries all across the world. If we're truly America first, why do we keep this insanely high defense budget? You know, we're not under threat. Nobody's threatening us.
So what I'm gonna say is this: one, I second what Rowdy said. That was one of the main reasons I was let Rowdy put up his information on the screen. Mr. Janae made a claim that was not true. Yeah, and it's okay to say I made a mistake, Mr. Janae, or I wasn't intending to say that or whatever. For some reason, it seems that you have a hard time saying that you made a mistake. I don't get that part. Now, going to the stuff when it comes to us funding overseas, let's say people say they want America first. They don't want to send money overseas. My issue with this is money right now is still going overseas. Underneath the administration that you put into office to say that money should not go overseas because we have veterans on the streets. If that was truly your concern, you would be raising your voice the same way you were doing when Joe Biden was in office. The same exact way, holding your candidate accountable because you told him you didn't want money going overseas before veterans taken care of. That's my issue.
All right. We're going to make this real clear because I was not wrong. Don't anyone interrupt either. Everyone mute. I mean it, because this is not okay. What you're doing, Rowdy, is you're doing your semantics. This is all semantics. The play with employee. If I were to say he was an employee, what do employees get? What do they get?
It depends. Sometimes you can
What do they get? I'm not talking to you. Please don't do that. They get paid. He's not being paid. And I wanted to make that real clear. If you want to call him an assistant, an employee, I don't give a fuck what you want to call him. He is there for Donald Trump. And that's exactly what I was saying. He's an advisor, and you read it, Rowdy. Don't try to act like you had a flex for that, because you didn't. He is an advisor. He is not getting paid. He is not considered an employee that is getting paid, even if it states it. So don't do that. Try to flex on me. I'm not wrong.
Recommendations are.
I'm not
Can he be
wrong.
fired?
He lacks authority.
Can he?
I have no.
Can he be fired?
How can you be fired if you're not getting paid, dude?
You can still get fired.
I'm asking you because
You guys are idiots. You guys are playing semantics.
Why you calling names now, Janae?
You're playing because you're an idiot. Because you're an idiot.
No, you're the idiot. You're the idiot because you don't understand what the hell it is.
You guys are playing semantics.
No, let go there, Janae. Go there.
On a word. On a word.
Going below the belt.
What's the definition of an employee? Janae, what is the definition of a fucking employee?
Listen, Oil, if I hired you as an employee, would you want me to pay you or not pay you?
What is the definition?
No, you're not going to ask me questions. You're not here to ask me questions. No, I'm not. No, because he's not getting. Bottom line, Oil, listen to me, and we're going to move on. He is getting paid. A person who works for you. A person who's actually getting paid, Oil. That's the definition of an employee.
Work for us, ma'am.
He's not getting paid. He is not getting paid.
Donald Trump, guys, hear you. Donald Trump, he's not getting paid.
You can call him an advisor. You can call him whatever you want to call him.
Okay, we get that point.
Okay? Okay, you get it, Oil?
He's not getting paid. We get it. Why do you have to keep saying it? I don't understand.
I don't know why she's saying it.
Janae, you're toxic.
That is it. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong on this one.
Now you're toxic.
I'm not going to allow you to come up here and think that you're going to play semantics on me.
You're toxic. You're being toxic.
I feel like you're like stuck. I don't understand. Like, can we move on?
I'm going to use her same analogy. Hold on, guys. I'm going to use her same analogy against her. Donald Trump was as an employee of the American.
You're not going to do anything against
elected the president.
Look at you being toxic. Let him speak.
Damn, Janae, let somebody else talk.
I'm not talking. ATM
Donald
is.
Trump was an employee. Donald Trump was an employee of the American people when he was the first time. According to Donald Trump, he did not take a check. Was he still an employee of the American people, ma'am?
I have no idea what you would consider him. He's the United States. He's the president of the United States of America. I mean, to me, obviously, but if he's not getting paid.
You don't have to be paid to be employed.
You know what? Is it going to make you guys feel better to say, okay, my bad, it said employee in there? But
yes.
Bottom line, hold on.
There's so many more important things to talk about.
Oh my God, you guys, please shut up. It's between me and Oil right now. I'm not going to say I'm wrong because I'm not wrong.
Just say you're wrong, Janae. It's okay.
Does it make you feel better, Oil, for me to say, okay, maybe I should have said he was employed? Is that what you want to hear, Oil? Would that make you feel better?
This is not the issue.
Other than that, I was correct. 100%.
Thank you, Janae. That wasn't that hard.
I mean, my God, if that's what makes you guys feel better, that I say, okay, I didn't say employee. He's an advisor, whatever you want to call him.
How do we feel about the ways that
you're going to sit here and tell me where I'm wrong?
Now let it go.
How do we feel about the way the courts are pushing back on Doge's activity?
Oh my God.
How do
Stacey, I'm not
conservatives feel
doing
about
this.
the way
This
the
is too many.
courts?
Okay, this is a good idea. How about this? How about this? You know, I'm only one person up here, and you guys are fucking idiots. Okay. I will let you all back up. Hold on, Stace, please.
So
1 second.
I can't be on right this second.
I know that, but I can't do all of them at the same time. There's just no way, because what they're doing is they're playing semantics on one word. On one word. It said employee in there. So you know what they would do, Stacey, if I were to say he was an employee who was employed through, they would say then he's getting paid. You know damn well. He is an advisor. He's an employee. Whatever you want to call him, he's not getting paid. But what he is doing is he's overseeing Doge. Okay? Then what he does is he takes what they're saying, brings it back to the president, and you just read it, Rowdy. You read it loud and clear, but you didn't want to read that part loud and clear. All you cared about was that one little word, employee. Instead of reading everything in depth and in detail on what he's actually doing for the company of Doge, then he takes it back to the president of the United States of America, who is who? Donald J. Trump. Then Donald J. Trump says what he wants done, and they talk about it, whatever. I mean, he gives him what he feels, okay, well, then let's do this and this. He's not making any decisions. That's the bottom line. And you didn't read that loud and clear, though, did you, Rowdy? You didn't want to read that one. You kept going back to the employee part. You guys are ridiculous. And I have to get a little more even up here. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to let people up here. I need, if there's any if we have any friendlies that would like to come up here, so hopefully you can, because I can't handle this many people on the panel by myself. I can't do it. Stacy sometimes, unfortunately, has to take calls. I should have known better when fucking Rowdy came on here. And yeah, ATM, you're not coming back up. Who else is, Big Country? Hang on one second. I gotta get some more friendlies up here. I gotta have at least a friendly up here because you guys are playing semantics. This is ridiculous. Did you hear all that, Puff?
No, I just hopped in.
Okay.
I didn't hear none of it. I just hopped in.
Okay. Well, let me just get you up to speed. Okay. We were talking about Doge. This is a hard subject because they're having a hard time with what we're really truly trying to do. Okay. What Elon's focus and Donald Trump's focus is. Okay. President Trump. Well, basically, I showed them the court case. Okay. The document that states that Elon Musk is, and it says it, he's an employee. Okay. I didn't say employee. You could say he's an advisor, whatever the fuck you want to say. Bottom line, he does not get paid, is what I was trying to explain to them. Okay? I showed them the document. They didn't have that document. Well, of course, Rowdy's not going to read the rest of the document. You know that. Because it's, and how he did, he skimmed over it. All he cared about was that one word, employee, rather than hearing what the rest of the document said about he's just an advisor. Okay? So what he does is he oversees Doge, right? Puff? Then he goes back and he advises what he feels that President Trump should do. So it's all in the court document, but they just wanted to stay on that whole employee thing. It's stupid, the semantics they're playing. So I said, does it make you feel better that I say, okay, he's employed? Because if I was employed, that'd mean I'd be getting paid.
I don't care if he was or wasn't employed. I don't even care if they was paying him. If I gotta pay someone, even if they're not paying the money they say that everybody paying $8 million, let's just say I was getting paid. If I was to pay someone $8 million a day to save me $100 million a day, that'd be a good money spent. Save me $100 million a day, that'd be a good money spent. Hide something than anybody else.
Anyway, so at least in my opinion, involved this comment of him being just not an employee, him not being an. Give me a second, please. Mr. Janae, I literally listened to the last 10 minutes to you bellowing about what was going on. So anyway,
I don't know why you're so stuck on that word.
Give me a second, Mr. Janae, please. I literally listened to you with no choices. Anyway, so a lot of your conversation was geared around that subject. This is the reason why it was pushed back against as him being an employee. That was the main reason why. So when we brought it up and told you that, listen, Janae, he isn't. Well, Rowdy said this. I didn't, because I didn't know it. But Rowdy said, Janae, in the actual document you have on the screen, it says he's an employee. And by the way, as I brought up earlier, Donald Trump, or any president of the United States, is an employee of the American people. And as you know, according to many different conservatives, Donald Trump did not receive a paycheck. Does that mean he was not an employee of the American people? He absolutely was.
So what does that matter, though? Honestly,
thank you. What does it matter?
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why.
The reason why, once again, the reason why this was brought up was because a lot of what Ms. Janae was saying at the time was wrapped up in the argument about him not being an employee.
No, that's not okay. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. My whole thing with everything, I was just trying to make it clear to you guys.
So we're gonna
hold on, Puff.
Hold on, Janae.
Oh, wait, hold on, Puff. My whole thing was just to explain to you guys that he's actually overseeing Doge. He gets the information from them, goes back to the president of the United States, gives him the information. That's all I was trying to explain to you. But of course,
Janae.
Rowdy didn't read that other part down at the bottom.
Janae, what do you want to talk about now?
Fixated on that. No. I'm not going to let fucking people say that I'm wrong, because I'm not.
What do you want to talk about now?
Janae, how does it feel to know you were dog walked and can't leave this fucking conversation alone and move on to something productive?
How does it feel to be so childish?
I wasn't dog walked.
How does it feel to be so childish? Again,
Janae, what's the next topic?
I'll ask all just feel the same thing. Do we have a whole debate over a parsing of words? Because again, even if he was employee, what does it matter?
All right, sir, Puff, what do you want to talk about? Let's move it on.
Run, liberals, run.
All right, Boom, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, we can talk about anything. I don't even know why this is even relevant.
Why am I being muted? So anyway, the argument
I just got on this live. What's the discussion?
Excuse me for a second, sir. Let me first make my point. Yeah, we
gotta move it on, guys.
We gotta
move on.
All right, I'm gonna make my point first, sir, and then we can move on. I don't have a problem with that. So anyway, I was talking to Puff. Puff, the argument that was being made was why this person right here.
I understood that. Also, you just explained that.
Go ahead, man. Let's move on. Never mind. I said. Never mind, Puff. You just made a statement to me, and then you don't want to hear my response. But no problem.
No.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
Okay,
Puff,
fine.
Move forward.
Fine, move forward. Move forward.
Yeah, I don't even know why this is an argument. Who cares? Employee, he's getting paid or
Who's
not.
facilitating? What's the next topic?
He's doing something that we can talk about whatever you want, but I'm saying he's doing something that needs to be done that was neglected in Washington, period. Whether you guys like it or not. So
Thank you, Boom.
I got a new topic that will pique your interest in the live. I know. Oh my God. I got a new topic though. Just an idea. When you look at the thing,
I want to talk about you, Boom.
Okay. If you put it out like a board game on the map and you look at all the territories, and then, so bear with me for a second. If you tie in the talk about Greenland, the talk about the Panama Canal, the 51st state thing, you look at kind of how the tariff things are laying out, it also looks like to me that we're making some large moves. And I would argue that Canada and America are on the same side. And this is just a WWE movie script for a bigger picture, because I think if you look at some of the territories like in the Yukon, I think we're making a move at the Northern Passage and have control of the complete circular route of our trade. And I think India is the key. And that's what I think.
This is just all a long play to get India or to trade with India?
No, it's a long play to get the Northern Passage and the trade route, and India being a key player in making that totally successful that would stifle China and Russia, would really strengthen them. When you look at China and Russia's role in India, and then you look at India's economy and you look at what they have to offer and geographically where they're at, if we start moving significant trade with India and we have that Northern Passage in them routes, look what that does. That's what I think the big goal is, to be honest with you. That's why I think you see all these things being talked about simultaneously.
So what do we do when Canada doesn't want to be a part of the United States?
I think Canada's in on it with us. It benefits them too. I think
but they don't want to be a part of the United States.
Stacey wants to stay on Doge, you guys.
I'm not saying they're going to be a part of the United States. I'm thinking that language and all that talk is just to get responses. I don't think that our president or our United States think that's going to be a thing either. I think that's all just hoopla. And look how Great Britain or anybody's responded. They've not come to no big savior to Canada, because there's a move on Canada from China too. And I think we're actually partnering right now, and we're making a strategic move on China and Russia. That's what I think's happening.
Okay, that's simply not true, though, because
really
all of Europe is condemning America for this.
Right. That's the real problem. And then it's also like, who are we to feel like we can encroach on another country's sovereignty? Like, it's not colonial times anymore.
Again.
And now Canada is putting tariffs on us. They're threatening to cut off electricity to our states. Like, this is a mess. Like, we're destroying relationships with our closest ally.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I think all this stuff you're seeing on behind the scenes every day of the week. And you have to ask yourself, why are they just showing this to us every day? World leaders having a tariff argument that you have